Hi everyone and welcome to the Actually Business World. Today we're going to talk about 5 things to know before you start investing. But before, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel. Now let's begin. Number 1. You need to establish a cash emergency fund. Like it or not, Lifetime sometimes intervenes in the best laid plans. You might have a great investment plan, but what happens if you lose your job? What if you get sick? What if your car breaks down? In those situations, many people turn to credit cards, but credit cards aren't the best solution. They don't help you with identity theft problems at all. If you're struggling financially, banks can sometimes cancel the cards. Not only that, even if everything is going well, you still have a new debt to contend with, which can still upset your plans. That's why I encourage anyone who is investing to have a healthy cash emergency fund stowed away in a savings account somewhere. It's there solely to ensure that life's emergencies don't upset your bigger financial plans. Set up an online savings account somewhere with an online bank of your choice, and then set up an automatic weekly transfer from your primary checking into that account for some small amount that won't kill your budget, but will build up reasonably rapidly. Then forget about it. Let the cash build over time. Then, whenever you need some money for an emergency, a job loss or something else, transfer money back into your checking. I recommend never turning off the transfer. If you find that the balance gets too high for your tastes, take some money out of the account and invest it. Number 2. Avoid emotional investing. Investor behavior has been the focus of many studies, and numerous theories attempt to explain the regret or overreaction that buyers and sellers often experience when it comes to money. The reality is that the investor's psyche can overpower rational thinking during times of stress, whether that stress is the result of euphoria or panic. Taking a rational and realistic approach to investing is essential. The non-professional investor is typically putting hard-earned cash in investments for the sake of receiving a return. Still, they see their investments lose value due to market developments at times. The losses can cause stress and second-guessing. That is, many investors have a relatively low risk tolerance when it comes to investing because losing money is painful. But risk can be viewed as a guidepost for investing and investor behavior. Investors who enter into investments with a base-level understanding of the risks involved can mitigate a great deal of the emotion associated with investing. In other words, challenges due to emotional investing can crop up when investors see unidentified or higher stake risks than they had originally ascertained. Emotional investing is often an exercise in bad market timing. Following the media can be a good way to detect when bull or bear markets are evolving because the daily stock market reports feed off the activity occurring through the day, which can, at times, create a buzz for investors. However, media reports can also be outdated, short-lived, or even nonsensical and based on rumors. Number 3. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. There's one golden investment rule that you should always keep in mind. Never invest money that you can afford to lose. Learn why this rule is important and how to protect your assets from risk and volatility. There's a significant difference between saving and investing. Saving is setting money aside in a safe place where it stays until you want to access it, whether that's in a few days, a few months, or even several years. It might earn a little interest, depending on where you put it, and it will be there for you in case of an emergency or to achieve the goal you're saving for. If you remember the never invest money that you can't afford to lose rule and never violate it, you shouldn't have to worry about running out of funds during retirement. You'll have the funds to handle something potentially catastrophic that occurs, like job loss or illness. The key is to build up your savings before you start to invest. You shouldn't invest money that you need to meet other responsibilities. There's a natural human tendency to want to overreach, put in more money than you can afford, and go for a huge payout. This trait tends to become magnified in the face of losses. Number 4. The outcome. You should also determine what you are planning on doing with the money that you invest. If you're planning on using it for a down payment on a house or to pay for college, your investment choices will be different than if you plan on using it for retirement. If you're planning on using it in the next 5 years, you'll be better off by choosing a more conservative account for your money, as opposed to if your financial goals are more long-term, in which case you can choose riskier investments. For a short-term investment, you may consider a money market account. If you're embracing a more long-term investment strategy, you can be more aggressive with your investments and might consider mutual funds and stocks. However, if you are planning on using your investment funds for early retirement, you will want to invest it outside of a retirement account so that you can access the funds without penalty before retirement age. Number 5. How to research stocks. Researching a stock is a lot like shopping for a car. You can base a decision solely on technical specs, but it's also important to consider how the ride feels on the road. Investors have a name for that type of stock research: fundamental analysis. Stocks are considered long-term investments because they carry quite a bit of risk. You need time to weather any ups and downs and benefit from long-term gains. That means investing in stocks is best for your money you won't need in at least the next 5 years. Start by reviewing the company's financials. This is called quantitative research, and it begins with pulling together a few documents that companies are required to file with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Before you buy any stock, you want to build a well-informed narrative about the company and what factors make it worthy of a long-term partnership. And to do that, context is key. For long-term context, pull back the lens of your research to look at historical data. This will give you insight into the company's resilience during tough times, reactions to challenges, and ability to improve its performance and deliver shareholder value over time. Thanks for watching. We hope you really enjoy this video.